not just Monday, it's Makeover Monday, and today we are going to show you how to give yourself a salon quality blowout that won't fall flat. Joining us to share easy tips is Tara Abramowicz, hairstylist at Salon 241 and Redken Artist. Tara, so nice to have you back.
Thank you very much for having me.
So now everyone wonders, of course, you leave the salon, you feel like you're in a Pantene commercial or something, and they wonder, is it the blow dryer, is it the product? What is it that makes your hair look that way when you leave the salon?
You know, I have to say, I have a lot of clients that'll say to me like, oh, I need your blow dryer, I need your brush, I need all these things. And it's very important to have, you know, a good quality blow dryer, but it doesn't make or break your style by any means. I think a lot of times, like, I'll have a client say, you know, well, oh, this side of my hair goes this way, and the other side of my hair goes away from my face. And generally I'll say, well, you must be right-handed. And they're like, well, yeah, I am. How'd you know that? And how I know that is because if you're right-handed and you're coming through, brushing this side is much easier than taking your hand and coming this way and making the same motion. So what'll happen is 9 out of 10 times, it has nothing to do with what your hair just wants to do. It has everything to do with your arm position and your brush angle.
So what is the proper arm position that you should be using when you're actually blow drying your own hair?
Well, I think a lot of times people will go in and, well, first of all, as a stylist, right? I'd come up to you and I'd be blow drying and we'd be talking and you'd say, oh yeah, that's how I have to do it. So when you're at home, right, you'll be blow drying and you're like, I think she was like this, and then you'll be on the other side and you're like, and I think it was like this. But next thing you know, that's when you see this starting to come away and this starting to come forward.
Flip in. Okay.
So what I always recommend to my clients is I'll be standing behind them in the chair and I'll say, okay, so rather than trying to do it this way, why not take your opposite arm and go up over your head and blow dry this way? Then switch hands, right, for the other side. That way you can literally mirror exactly what you did on both sides, getting a more symmetrical result.
Exactly. Okay, so and actually maybe go over your head and not try to keep it all in front of your face.
Exactly. And your arms get tired, but I mean, you know,
it's good for your muscles.
It happens. It's good for your muscles.
Yes, beauty is pain, what they say, right?
Absolutely.
Not that it would be painful or anything. But tonight you're going to actually show us right now some trends that we've seen over the years in terms of volume. It's really changed over the past few decades.
Right, absolutely. It's like if you think of the 80s, you know, there was like all volume all through the whole head, right? I mean, whole thing, bigger is better, right? Then the 90s, it was kind of toned down. It was more in the front, big frizzy bangs and things like that.
Oh, I had them.
Me too. And then in 2000, it really started coming out into like the helmet head. You know what I'm talking about? Big emo hair, you know what I mean? And then toned down more towards like a poof, right? So some people rock the poof, some people rock like the helmet head, but actually where we're starting to move is volume through the side. If you notice, you'll start seeing a lot more middle parts, and you're gonna start seeing a lot more volume to the side. You've got volume to the side right now.
I do?
Yeah,
wow,
you do.
I didn't even know I was in. Tara, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Just
so
made my day.
Yeah, a hot tip would be to always consider putting volume in the place that if you were to draw a line from the corner of your eye all the way around to the other side, it's actually, the technical term is your parietal ridge, right? But I like just to say like a horseshoe parting about 1.5 to 2 inches wide, and work your way literally around your whole head.
And clip it up. Okay,
and
so now you'll show us exactly how to get that volume.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, something that a lot of people don't realize is the top doesn't matter. The top doesn't matter at all. So long as you create a good foundation of volume, it'll all fall on top of it nicely. That's how the celebrities get that look, like they didn't try hard, because the top is just effortless. So I like to use like a spray mousse, because regular mousse is hard to get your fingers in there. So I'll take a spray mousse because guess what? It goes exactly where you put it. So you spray that mousse and it goes right into the hair where you need it, right at the root.
Hey,
now,
that's great.
Right. Now, what about the bottom? Honestly, a low hold product that protects from heat. I was here last month and we talked about heat protecting, right?
Right.
So you want to heat protect the sides.
Okay.
Now, basically, all that you have to do is make sure that's evenly mixed in. Grab your round brush and take the hair and bring it upward.
Okay.
So as you can see, the hair is brought like in an upward motion. It's what's called over directing. I'm bringing it upward. I don't have the brush down like this trying to blow dry it this way, because all you're going to do is create the round effect.
Okay, so you're going up.
Right, so you'll basically take your brush upwards, then take your blow dryer and heat it up. Now you notice I'm not afraid to put the blow dryer right on the hair section, but the fact just is that, you know, you don't have to worry so much about the ends. A lot of times we come through and you'll see people doing this, right?
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily what you want to do. You'll literally just heat up the root area, right, where we put that mousse. You'll notice I've got my brush perfectly horizontal too to my parting.
Right.
Okay, the parting doesn't have to be perfect though. Then when you literally finish, you put your blow dryer down. It doesn't have to take a long time. Hold it. You could feel the heat on the brush. Once the heat starts to dissipate, you let go. And I mean, look at the amount of volume you have.
And that's just one piece.
That's one section. If you do that probably in about 4 or 5 sections around the head and then drop the hair up over it, you've got this like infallible volume that looks like you didn't even try, which is what everybody's going for right now.
And
it's
then,
all about natural.
I love that. So easy. And then you don't ever want to wash your hair when it looks like that.
Right?
You wish it lasted forever. And I have to ask you a quick question.
Yeah.
This little attachment you have, is this really crucial?
I'd say so, yeah. The nozzle is super important because here's what it does. If you look closely, it's got like a vent that it directs the heat right at it, okay? So if you're at a section, you're directing the heat right where it should be. Whereas with a regular blow dryer without a nozzle, you've got round direction of air. So literally, it's gonna kind of go everywhere, right? It's not gonna go directly on your section, it'll blow this way and that.
Okay, all right, great. Well, Tara, this is so helpful.
Yeah,
Thank you so
no
much.
problem.
Now we know how to get that volume. And you'll be back with us next month for Makeover Monday. We're going to talk more about color.
Hair color and celebrities.
Okay,
That's
good.
important.
I can't wait to hear all about that. Thank you so much,
Awesome,
Tara.
you're very welcome.
Always
Thank
nice to
you.
have you here.